Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're checking out an early press demo slash beta version of a game that I'm quite excited for called Chasm by the good folks at Discord Games. Now this is a kind of a big deal. This is pretty much my favorite genre of games, as you might know from me very frequently saying that I love Super Metroid, but this is a 2D side-scrolling action platformer, I guess is the best way to put it, with procedural dungeons and some RPG elements. So, like, everything I love in games basically crammed together and given a beautiful, looks like 16-bit veneer, little coat of polish too. It looks great, actually, the little bit I've seen. So I got to try this when it was just barely like a shell of an engine, and this was already a few months ago, and back then I already started to feel a little bit of hype for this one, and now I've been seeing this show up in Reddit and such, and it seems like everybody that's seen it so far has been pretty excited to get their hands on this one, so I'm very happy to be able to try it for you today. And I think I'm just going to hit start now and see where we go. I am using the 360 controller, as I so often do, so we are greeted here with a little dialogue box. So after years of battle in distant lands, a weary soldier now journeys home. The lingering thoughts of his friends and family only seem to make the trip more arduous. As he enters the remote mining town of Carthus, an ominous chill overcomes him. So here we are. Our little dude. He can jump, he can punch, he can run left and right. I think the first thing that I feel like this game channels a little bit is, I kind of want to say like Castlevania Aria of Sorrow or Dawn of Sorrow. Perhaps it's the level of contrast on the background, the fact that it's snowing, and the music to some degree also, which is a lovely sound. So we do have both X and B mapped to our punch. I want to hit start real quick. So we've got an equip. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. That looks like Symphony of the Night or any of the Castlevania games. Inventory. A map with nothing on it yet. I'm told this demo is about 20 minutes or so long, so we're probably going to play this thing all the way through to see what there is to see. So we finally arrived. What can we buy? Well, nothing, because we have nothing. Got our usual town inhabitants. I must be new to town, should talk to the mine manager down the way. I'm sure he'll be happy to see a new face. And he sells the usual stuff. Very nice. I love games like this because I feel like I don't need a ton of explanation. I kind of understand what it is that I'm going to get into. I've got some, like, pre-done knowledge from the previous games I've played in the past. And in general, this is just going to be, like, just a lot of fun. And not like playing games that I don't understand isn't fun, but, like, I don't have this wall of entry where I have to, like, figure out how everything works. I mean, I do to a small degree, but, like, I kind of get the RPG tropes that are at play here most of the time. I guess that's my storage area? Is that what that was? Kind of rushed. Yeah, it's a locker. I should have probably read that. Lovely music, lovely graphics. I love the animation. So far, I'm 100% ready for this one. I should mention these guys have a Greenlight page, which I will urge you guys to go leave a vote on. I'm pretty sure these guys are going to be just fine, and they're going to make their way onto Steam, but, I definitely hope you all kick in your votes if you can. And they also have a Kickstarter, which is going to be coming up very soon. At the time of this recording, it's not up yet, but likely by the time you see this video, it will be, so I'll make sure to leave the links for all of that stuff, as well as there will be an upcoming public demo for you to try out as well. So, yeah, all that stuff will be available in the description of the video. Welcome to Carthus, stranger. You've arrived at a bad time, unfortunately. Not just 2 days ago, that stranger showed up outside town, and then a quake hit. Got a little bit of like a Torchlight or Diablo style storyline here. The miners never returned after the quake, and no one has been able to leave since to go for help. Can't explain it, you just end up walking in circles. Well done. There was talk of a discovery in the mines before the quake, but I never got a straight answer from any of them. Seems like a good place to start to me, but first you better find yourself a weapon. Those mine rats are nasty critters. Try and find something in town to defend yourself with. Will do. Thank you, sir. So let's do a little bit of wandering here. That's locked. I didn't even know that was a thing. So what happens if I walk out of here? I just go through the left side, probably. Of course, I also should mention there's a little bit of like an Eternal Daughter feeling with the whole mines thing. I think that's fine. I think that's pretty cool. What can I find in town to defend myself with, though. There's not a whole lot here. Was there a weapon in the chest? I thought there was just like an antidote and an apple. That was a stone knife. Derp. Alright, well, I might as well take all this stuff, right? I mean, what am I going to use it for? If not to keep myself alive. So let's do some equipping on our X button. We've got a stone knife in inventory, and UI works just the way I expected it to, which is great. And we've got a very kind of Castlevania-esque little attack animation, which I think is great. And don't get me wrong, whenever I compare this to Castlevania, that's actually, I'm giving it like a huge compliment because I absolutely love that series. As well, especially the RPG-style ones. Alright, so I've gotten my stone knife equipped. Now, how do I get to the mines? I guess that door on the right is probably going to open up. Still locked. Alright, let's go talk to this guy again. Maybe he's going to give us something. Looks like you're all set. The miners were working in one of the passages on the second shelf. Last I heard, take this key to the entrance and head on down. Now remember to report back as soon as you find anything out, and be careful down there. Who knows what you'll run into. Very nice. So on top of having procedural dungeon generation... Oh, we've already gotten a Book of Blades. That's neat. There's also some sweet loot drops and stuff to look out for, some special items, so depending on how well your run does, you're going to potentially have a much better or much worse chance of staying alive. A spell for throwing knives. Let's put that on B. I didn't even think about the fact that we might have spells involved. What are those? I don't know what they are. I guess it's some kind of worms? I don't like them. They're going to have to go, though. Whoa. Okay. So we've got some platforming challenges to deal with. We've got some enemies. I think I just picked up that dead worm body. Whoa, it exploded. I wasn't expecting that. Nice little physics animations when you break those boxes. Okay, that was an explosion. That's why. And we're collecting our monies. Very nice. Got some bread there. Oh, that's a pretty nasty looking rat. I don't know if I want to fight that rat. Maybe if I can just time this right and discourage him. Oh. Come on, buddy. I should probably not wait by that ledge there. Oh, that didn't work out. Anyway, I killed him. I'm probably going to have to use bread or something pretty quickly. Outstanding music still. I'm really enjoying that. Whoa, okay, I kind of fell a little far there. Controls seem really spot on. I mean, I have no issues with the platforming. I'm just kind of being a doofus as far as navigating and making some mistakes, but the game itself has done nothing wrong. It actually feels quite tight to me. The attack animations, all that feels good. I'm going to use an item here before I get myself into trouble. Does the bread give me back? Does it say here? Oh, okay, well I have full health now, so I guess that's all good. Oh, okay, again with the slopes. Don't want to stand on slopes if it can be helped. It did not work out. I read also there is going to be a permadeath option, like a super hard option. Growth requires sacrifice. That scares me a little bit. So if you want to play this like a roguelike with, you know, permadeath and all that, and be super hardcore, that is going to be an option for you. I kind of like the sound of that. In fact, I'm pretty certain I'm going to end up making a Let's Play series of this game. So you heard it here first. I kind of have a hard time believing that I would not want to, honestly, based on what I have seen already from it and what I know is going to be awaiting us as we get further in. You know, supernatural bosses, leveling, and all kinds of crazy goodies. I'm a little sad that the enemies tend to respawn every single time you zone in and out. There's actually like a Mega Man-y kind of system to that. Never really been a fan of that. I usually prefer that they stay dead or stay dead for a specific amount of time or something like that. You get, you know, too overwhelmed too quickly. And also, if you notice when you take a hit... Hey, I leveled. When you take a hit, you tend to fly back, very Mega Man style. But, you know, on the other hand, at least I know kind of what to expect. Because you can sort of classify this as a certain type of platformer or action game trope. You know, you've seen it, the way things behave in this other game, so you probably won't have too hard a time understanding what to do about it now. So that chest, I'm presuming, is randomly generated as well. I don't know what to do about this explosion here, this explosive barrel or box. Could be kind of tricky. I kind of want to take out this rat, but he's going to stand in a way that I can't really hit him very easily. I can throw some knives at them, which is going to help me out a little bit, at least to get some space. Oh, okay, right. I forgot they could go up that little slant. Alright, one after another, the rats will wander into my knife. And that's alright with me. That is a spawning station, it looks like, so that's got to go. It's like that little thing in Super Metroid where the flea things come out of and you just got to beat on it for a minute. Alright, there is a way down. The miner guy did tell us to go down to the second shelf, so we will definitely be doing that. What do you think of the aesthetics? I think it's quite nice. Getting a number of different references. I mean, I already mentioned Castlevania so many times, but there's also maybe a little bit of like a Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana influence as well. You know, maybe that's a little bit in my head, but I feel like the background has a similar look to that. The foreground definitely seems a little bit more possibly Super Metroid or Castlevania. So let's look at the map again, or for the first time, because the other time there wasn't anything there. And thank you for making a very Super Metroid-esque map, because that is a map that I can read instantly, and I appreciate that. It is ready to go. Alright, so it looks like that spawn thingy comes back. Not sure if I'm happy about that. I do want to get a better weapon, hopefully, in this video. Because this knife, I mean, it's getting the job done, but it's not exactly luxury here. And I also am curious about the versatility of the weapons that we might expect to run into in the actual game. You know, no guarantee that even if there are just a few weapons here, that there won't be a lot more when the actual thing, you know, is finished. But one of the cool things about, you know, the Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, all of those... Oh, I could have gone right here. One of the best things I thought about that was the versatility in weapons. There's all kinds of different stuff you could mess around with if you wanted to. So it let you kind of Dark Souls it up a little bit. You could play different types of characters depending on how you wanted to behave. I also love that there was like crazy little bonus weapons, like you could unlock a gun at some point towards the end. So very in Diablo style here, we've gotten like a glyph of protection to help us out. And we're nearing 100 gold pieces, or whatever we're calling our currency in this one. Which is probably quite good. I should probably end up going back to the town at some point and investigating, see what else I can get with that. Do we have an experience counter? I haven't really noticed that yet. Also worth mentioning, you can't seem to attack upward, which is kind of a problem sometimes. I don't know, maybe that's... Okay, there's our experience counter, just in a number. I don't know, should that be a bar as well? Sometimes it's nice to have a bar. I forgot to actually equip that bandana when I got it. Maybe a toggleable bar? Some people like it, some people don't, I suppose. I got plenty of apples. How do you like them apples? Well, it's enough to give me a little bit back. I should probably eat 2, though. Oop, I didn't mean to throw that. Sorry. Alright, so the question is, do we head down or do you head back up and try to grab a better weapon? I think we should probably head back up. I mean, I hate to belabor this, but at the same time, the more time we spend, the more experience we're going to potentially get, unless I make a really dumb move. These worms are much harder going up than they are going down. So, weird sentence for the day. Being able to see them and coming from these doors is definitely going to give you the advantage going in one direction over the other, because trying to jump up the tunnel is not going to be quite the same. Oh, I was apparently facing the wrong direction there for a second. Alright, forgot about that. I guess when it generates stuff, it keeps that version of it for the run, which probably is the only reasonable way to do things. What was to the right? Was that dead end? Oh, I didn't go that way. My fault. Might as well explore that as well before we head out, because it's probably gonna be a dead end anyway. What are they hitting into? I'm not sure I keep understanding what those mines or traps are. Okay, we've got some sort of a well here. Probably a good thing. Alright, very nice. And what do you do? Oh, reinvigorating well. Okay, typical. I'm kind of hoping there are secret areas, as well as also some more diversity in some of the backgrounds. I'm pretty much assuming that if we go down a level, things are going to look substantially different, but I don't know that for a fact yet. So let's hit up the armor or forge type guy. Blacksmith, that's the word I'm looking for. And see what he has to say. Work, work, work. Ace equipment ain't gonna hammer itself. You can be our Andre of Astora. Do you... Oh man, you don't have anything I can buy at that price. I could potentially... Oh no, I don't even have anything to sell. That's a bit of a shame. What do you have? You have potions, spells, and magic items for sale. You have potions of health, potions of mana, antidote, strength, book of blades. I don't know if there's a point to getting another one of those. Permanent +1 bonus to a random attribute. That's a nice thing to have, but it's 400 gold. Scroll of Reveal reveals the dungeon layout. Book of Healing, a spell for healing. That's probably quite useful to have. Convert our MP into HP. So far, I am totally digging this game. I mean, I knew I was gonna, but like, it hasn't done anything wrong yet. We'll put it that way. So we'll just make our way back down. See if we can hit that door on our way down. Uh-oh. Oh, gotta get out of the way. I'm really glad that this character moves around so fluidly. I kind of wonder, though... Oh, I didn't even realize. I was just gonna say I wish he had a dodge roll, and he absolutely has exactly that. I was gonna say maybe a slide as well, but not really a big deal. So yeah, there's clearly a pressure plate there that I keep hitting, and you can even hear it trigger. And that is why things keep exploding, and I just kept not noticing that for whatever reason. Whoa. I kind of feel like I should be able to hold up and fire my daggers, but I guess that's just a little leftover Castlevania thing for me. Not really expected to really do that. Could easily see a little bit of grinding being necessary here, depending on the situation. I'm not really sure how hard it is if we keep going down. I'm going to hope that it's reasonably accessible for us at our current level here. Seems kind of cruel to make it grind in like the first 10 minutes of the game, right? Yeah, that big rat is nothing but trouble. At least I'm able to take him out in seemingly one hit now. And I suppose that would be the pressure plate right there that I keep triggering, one of those things anyway. Let's hit another apple. And our map says that we have done everything there is to do. What was the S again? I actually just forgot. It's not a save, right? Oh, I guess that other rat was weaker or something? Oh, the glyph comes back. I didn't realize that. Yeah, here, you blow yourself up as your stupid rat. There you go. How about, let's get another weapon now. I think it's about time. Kind of hoping for some kind of random drop, maybe. Would be pretty nifty. Alright, fat rat, you're done. Little rats are also done. What was that? I just picked up... Oh, I guess it's MP. Or kind of obvious, actually, now that I said it. And we explored to the left of the door down. Yes, we did. So let's do that. Floor 2, we got a rusty sword. Excellent. That's just what I needed. Attack was raised to 7 from 5. And how does that affect our attack? It looks like we've got a bit more of an arc now. I was hoping for some level of, you know, a bigger attack radius, because sometimes the way these guys come at you is not exactly easy to parse. Especially this bat, who apparently is going to be the biggest jerk in the entire world. To the extent that I'm actually going to go this way for... Whoa, what are you? I don't know what you are. You're trouble, that's what you are. And you're dead, also. What's in this chest? I got a book of healing. That is great news for me. And I got some grapes, because grapes are great. See how many bats I can take down in one swing. Apparently 1 is my maximum. Let's try out that spell of healing. I think is probably going to be our best bet. Or book of healing, rather. Gives me 3. That is not very much. Alright, so I'm going to probably not be able to rely on that very much. I don't even know what that guy's supposed to be. Well, dead, that's what he's supposed to be. Got a potion of health. I'm going to use some kind of inventory item because I don't want to die at this point. It's a little early yet. Oh, come on, bat. Don't mess me up, bat. I have killed so many bats in my gaming career, I can't even tell you how silly it is that you're trying to come at me at this point. I mean, I'm not at the height of my career, hopefully, because I've kind of had some reasonably poor performance right now, but at the same time, bats should beware. or at least be wary. Although this is one of the most random moving bats I think I've ever encountered in a game. There we go. Whoa, okay. You get out of there. Poor timing by me on all of those attacks, and we're gonna need another apple. We're gonna live another minute. Oh, jeez, wow. The cooldown between attacks, I mean, it's not really a cooldown, but like the couple of frames between attacks is just enough that it sets me on the wrong path. And I keep having to try and stop what I'm doing and like recount and do it again. Should probably get some armor too. I'm gonna need something. I got some coal. Alright, that guy's done. That guy didn't even get a chance. And 2 bats for 1 sail. A little dive roll to pick up that. Oh, wow. That's over already? Wow, I was not expecting that to end so soon. I guess I could have explored some other parts of that second floor. But at the same time, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I didn't want to end up killing myself on all those freaking bats and crazy monsters. I mean, I'm sure that boss would have killed me, no question in my mind. I had absolutely nothing for armor and a rusty sword. But this has been Chasm, and if you guys aren't convinced at this point, I don't know what to tell you. This game it looks really good to me. If you're the type out there that likes action platformers, especially with a bit of a random element and some sweet drops occasionally, that kind of thing just makes the replay value for me go through the roof. So I am super, super psyched to have the opportunity to try this one, and I really do hope that you guys go out and give this one a vote on Greenlight. I would honestly, personally appreciate if you would, just because I want to see this game do well, because this is the kind of thing that I get behind, and it's done well, so, you know, I think it deserves to be rewarded, or the developers deserve to be rewarded for their efforts. So, that is going to pretty much do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this look at Chasm, the early beta press demo version, and I'm very, very excited to try the full version when that actually does come out. I don't know when that will be at this point. But of course, I will keep you updated if I get any new news. So, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, feel free to head on over to my website, which is indie-impressions.com, so you can stay up on all the new and even the older videos in the series. There are an entire year's worth, pretty much, at this point. We may be right up at the cusp at this point, but feel free to search. They're all categorized by distribution method and payment style, so if you want to just browse all the free games I've covered, or all the ones on Steam or Desera, or all the Greenlight games for that matter, feel free to click the search tags for such things. They're also sorted by genre too, so pretty much everything you could possibly want. Forums are also available over there, so if you want to meet up with some fellow indie impressioners, feel free to do it there. That would be a cool thing for me, because actually I hope the forums get kicking again. And they have been doing better lately, but still, the more the better. But when you're done with the website, Facebook.com/IndieImpressions, if you want to leave a like on that page, you'll get every day's new video delivered into your Facebook stream, as well as any new updates for the channel, or, you know, game giveaways or contests. I do that all through the Facebook page generally. It only takes a second if you'd like to leave a like, and it does help me out. That is entirely up to you on how you browse the web. Of course, if you do want to just say hey, quickest way to reach me is at RockLeeSmile on Twitter. And of course, if you're a developer and you want to request that I possibly could cover your game on the show, please feel free to send me an email on the contact form, which is on the website, indie-impressions, that I mentioned already. So, yeah, go visit that, check out some stuff, say hey. Feel free to let me know, of course, what you think about this game in the comments, because I do want to hear your opinions on it. If you're a fellow platformer fan, or action fan, or whatever you are, side-scroller fan, I do want to hear your impressions as well, because it's not all about me, it's about you guys too. And I want to take into consideration what you guys have to say about it. So that's going to pretty much do it. As always, remember to come back again for another episode. I do a new one every single freaking day without fail. So come meet me back here on the YouTube channel, or on the website, or on the Facebook page, wherever you happen to be. And we will discuss again tomorrow. So have a lovely night, and I will see you then.